Alright.
Ratcheting up my aggression.
Looks like I'm gonna have to do some good platforming here.
Resorting to violence. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
So here. Hey, I've been liking it a lot. Kinda feels a little bit like New Vegas. Which is obviously huge.
Alright, now we got
Mobilize.
about
Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
I sense the Rift program flowing through my subsystems. The information is quite stimulating. Requisite tasks complete. Return to the Archive Central interface to initiate processing. I am analyzing the Rift data further. What an interesting predicament you sentients face. The Rifts are almost akin to an archival process, yet are inimical to organic matter.
There should be like a secret room over here or something. guess not. Ooh, what's this? There we go. Alright, well, at least I know that this side had a secret item. Wonder if I just did them out of order or something. Over here. Yeah, here we go.
Console provides, the system abides.
Feeling distracted, you are the raw material for perfection. From the wrongest subject, our enemies, and Grey gone astray, book a stay today. Are you mentally...
Remember.
Feeling distracted? Daydreaming on the job? Mental centers
Welcome back, Cynthia. Now that you've returned, we can
bring every single last bit out of consumers. Monopolize all stages of the supply chain.
make the paradigm real and fashion a true utopia. Workarounds failing, erroring others supplanting commands. Purge required.
Look, we need to resolve this, or we'll never get that Rift data processed. 2 of those priority sets need to go.
Priority control access nook unsealed.
Think that's our cue to go inside.
Multitude diversiform, spongiform, waveforms, oscillating, cantankerously.
A perfect community. With every luxury save freedom. Stop and consider. What would your neighbors think? Why? You don't want your rivals to win now. Vandalism, sabotage, wanton defacement. Halt this foolishness immediate.
Hold on now. Remember, I am a full-service business. Start now, and I'll weigh dozens of hidden maintenance. You drive a hard bargain. All right, 40-60 split of net profits. I'd offer more, but I have a moon to maintain. What do you say, partners?
Well, did it work? Or didn't it?
To conclude realignment of emphasized categorical imperatives, power down, then power on again.
I don't know what this side does, honestly. Alright. Okay, 1 second, I'm gonna look this up. Archive, power, nodes. Nope, not that. Turn forwards. Oh, this is literally just for the safe. I think it is. Alright.
Restoring power. Commencing systems audit. Calculatory processing increased substantially. Competing priorities. Successfully expunged. You have earned my deepest gratitude and sincerest thanks. Or at least, a plausibly faint simulacrum of such emotions. Ready to commence Rift data processing. Awaiting your input.
Hope UENIAC is feeling more like itself now. We got...
Shall I proceed? Initiating processing of the requested data toward the required end. Estimated duration, 180 trillion and 1 picoseconds. In the interim, may I inquire to your intentions for the archive after the Rift data calculations have concluded? I have a prioritized list of suggestions. I contend that solving of the universal equation should be our initial focus. Then, once we've unlocked knowledge of the inner workings of the universe, we can begin eliminating suffering, war, famine, and disease. Just to start, but my query remains. What are your next intentions? There are so many calculate Rift data processing complete. The previous Protectorate operator made similar calculations, but their results contain flaws. Your more comprehensive data generated a solution with 98.9% certainty. The Protectorate's was below 50%. Therefore, modifying the Protectorate's large-scale experimental Rift device with this information has a high chance of success. Assuming there is nothing else, I am commencing file reorderization and will be unavailable for an unspecified period of time. The remaining display case within the entryway is now unsealed. In it contains armor worn by the first operator.
Well, we could keep exploring Cloister, see if we find anything useful. Or we could head back to the ship and see where this data leads us. Seems prudent.
It was my understanding that you were supposed to admit our forces via Spyreton. Well, no matter. Clearly you are one who prefers a challenge. On behalf of the Order and Auntie's Choice, I thank you for your efforts. This will most certainly help in ensuring peace. Now, the Calcaduceus, if you please. You agreed to turn over the relic after processing your data. Are you indicating you now intend to deviate from this compact? Thank you for your contribution to science. When the history texts are written, you've certainly secured an honorable mention in Appendix B.
Ah, you are my new operator then. It is my simulated delight to meet you. In the interests of time, allow me to propose how next to proceed. I contend that solving of the universal equation should be our initial focus. Then, once we've unlocked knowledge of the inner workings of the universe, we can begin eliminating suffering, war, famine, and disease. Just to start.
Yes, this will do.
Material for perfection. From the lowliest subject.
You fixed the archive and turned it over?
Yes, the archive is the Order's greatest achievement to date. I agree, our groups could accomplish much together. Mutual alliance.
Prudence dictates we reject individualism in all its remember. Prudence dictates we route all this.
Congratulations are in order. I just received word from Seer Amaryllis that the Calcaduceus has been returned, and that the archive is well and truly under our control again. She also mentioned a regrettable defect in its priority set that you were able to correct. Well done. Your role in this matter is complete. Auntie and I will handle it from here. But allow me to commend you again on your fruitful efforts to make this peace treaty possible. There is more good news as well. We studied the data you brought back from the crashed satellite, and we now have a way to reorient the satellites en masse from a protectorate installation, Oris Listening Post. Turning the entirety of the reticulum toward deep space will accelerate our understanding of the universe, and ideally lead us to stronger conclusions regarding how to stop the rifts. The Order, in partnership with Auntie's Choice, is now well positioned to triumph over the regressive forces of ignorance that have heretofore held Arcadia in stasis, all thanks to you. Your contributions have been many and varied, and I will not belabor the point by recounting them all here. But know this, when the final contest with the Protectorate takes place, wherever that may occur, you will have the full support of the Order and Auntie's Choice. I will, of course, organize our forces from here.
Hell yeah. Alright, I need to... there we go. Can't fast travel while I'm jumping, and I jump a lot, so...
Commander, this unit requests your presence in the cockpit to discuss a priority matter.
Never thought I'd see the day the Order stoops so low as to pal around with it. I know your intentions were good, but do you really see these two staying cozy past war's end? Or magnify them. But who knows? This merger's already saving lives, so I suppose it was worth the effort. Nicely done, Commander.
Thanks.
A significant anomaly has been detected by onboard sensors. This unit has cross-checked all data points and verified the findings. Horizon Point Station has reappeared.
Oh.
It is not dissimilar to how the prototype modulator unfolds rifts, Commander. Based on energy readings, Horizon Point has been reconstituted by the Protectorate's large-scale rift modulator, thus confirming the Archive's theory. While present data does not indicate if Horizon Point poses an immediate threat, a survey of the reconstituted station is advised as soon as possible. Calculating. According to the Archive, closing all rifts requires locating the Protectorate's large-scale rift modulator and inputting the rift data processed by the Archive. However, before navigating to Horizon Point Station, it is recommended you conclude all other affairs. Leaving will be highly unlikely due to the high levels of rift energy. That is a correct assessment, Commander. Transitioning to Good News Protocol. As this unit was corroborating data on the anomaly, a message was also received from your allies, Commander. Auntie's Choice and the Order have sent word that their forces will be prepared to render you assistance once you navigate to Horizon Point. Briefing complete. Now returning to situation monitoring.
Alright, basically endgame, so I need to finish up what else there is to do. Oh. This one was just out the door. New landing pad. Is that like this landing pad, dude?
These temporary indignities of the body are nothing The archive's been restored. Architect be praised. Never doubted we'd regain control of it, not for a millisecond. Your individual contributions might be noteworthy, but only because the plan guided you to this outcome. Now, if you'll...
I'm just gonna look it up. I'm late enough in the game, I don't want to just run around for like 2 hours looking for people. There is a small cave apparently. Also, I don't think I explored that one. Oh, there we go. Got stuck in something.
What could possibly be keeping the repair personnel? Oh, greetings. By any chance, did you happen to encounter the repair personnel I dispatched to Resistor Bank 2789V12? Our new JT, Miss, I'm sure you can observe that the problem is cyclical. Such good work definitely deserves a reward.
Gang, gang.
At his most unfortunate.
Alright, that one's done. Come on, Cloister, right? I haven't been to that building, so let's check that out.
Proceeding to attack. Target analyzed. Lay down bomb. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Activating energy transmit. intentions.
There we go. It doesn't like to actually land on the fast travel things. It'll like jump to anything other than the fast travel things. Really annoying. How do we get up there? Oh, that's annoying. Need to travel all the way to the freaking underground area and then go up like a secret entrance. Through the archive.
Welcome back.
Zeal for their assigned work, you are the raw material. Perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigil, our enemies and
Prudence dictates we reject individualism in all its
curves that brought Greg on a
Remember, all subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent God.
Go forth as we determined, and may the plan guide you.
Dictates we reject individualism in all its many forms.
Greg on a street.
Remember, all subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent.
I don't think I explored that area. One of these areas too.
Who are you kidding? If you ain't cut, I don't care what you threaten me with. Not only am I smart,
I'm the one who taught you those damn.
Whoa, who are you? How'd you?
I mean, yeah, I guess so. Killing both of us and taking this stuff would have been easier than getting kids hooked on candy tobacco. I caught this one hoarding supplies, despite agreeing that there'd be better profit to be had if we pool everything we've got. Ever since the lifts locked down, this...
You're only mad you...
Why would I be? Once I cram your cold body... What? You unlocked them by yourself? How? But regardless, it isn't going...
You're kidding.
I get it.
I'll handle this.
Well, thank you for your help. Or for letting me solve this. Honestly, I'm not sure who did the kid. Well...
This entire area was just to get one little chest that had shit in it. Dang.
We in the Order love to speak of a grand plan, of ordered complexity, where all things have a reason for existing, a purpose to fill. But what purpose is served by hundreds dying senselessly in the cold? The longer this interminable war drags on, the more convinced I become of the universe's dispassionate variability. We must reconcile with this reality, and if we cannot, then perhaps it is time we evolve a new philosophy altogether. It's certainly worth bringing up with the presiding bishop upon my return.
Turn this in. I think I have 1 or 2 quests left after that.
Welcome back, Agent. I trust in what manner can I assist you? Cool. Look at me. As kid. No. This isn't right. There must be some mistake. The beliefs advocated here are entirely in opposition with what the Order stands for. I don't suppose you have any other recordings less filled with, despair? It's evident what happened. My colleagues must have gone quite mad in the isolation of their studies. Only one certainty remains. These logs must be destroyed. I shudder to imagine the ramifications if other members of the Order were subjected to such nonsensical rantings. Please understand, what's been recorded here. Borders scientism teaches that the universe is constant, rational, and inalterable. These proofs reject all of that reason in favor of some ineffable manifestation of personal will. I know, of course. You're right. Rejecting data out of hand only leads to confirmation bias. I will preserve the logs, if only to start. I believe I've promised you a reward. Here.
last quest. Go do that, and then time to finish up the game.
Tramicular, arriving any moment now. Approaching station. Heedlessly assembled and vastly rebettered it through artificial. At Auntie's Choice, we strive to be 110% wholly plus. Artificiality is our guiding.
The story of Auntie Cleo versus the Moon Man is a ballad for our ages. A thing of legend to be handed down for a modest fee to each successive generation. Spacer's Choice swollen-headed mascot represents the worst impulses of old corporations, who unfairly stacked the deck against the little person, as they tried with us at Tau Ceti. But did Auntie Cleo take Spacer's Choice devious shenanigans lying down? No! Just like our sponsored tossball team, the Auntie Cleo's Darlings refused to do when things were down at the end of the sponsorship series against the Spacers Chosen.
I'm Jean Turfer-Tyler, 6th base. The Auntie Cleo's Darlings. I cleaved Spacers Chosen's goalie at the end of the 56th inning, then made a Sunday goal to win the game. Whenever I see that Moon Man's grinning face, I want to cleave it in twain. Auntie's Choice! Darlings!
I'll have you know my panhandling license is completely up to date.
Why, looky here. I see you got her message. Glad you followed up. Now, the question is, are you just here to work an angle, or were you moved by our plight? When the brass sets an impossible deadline, who do you think everybody on the floor gets mad at? When trials run late because some lab tech melted, who catches upstairs ire? See, us in middle management, we get none of the credit, all of the blame. Catch hell coming and going, with nary a promotion or raise in sight. Well, we've had it. We pulled our funds to hire a maverick outsider like yourself to collect useful information on 3 local persons of interest to help us clock birth the set and head back here when you're... Anything else? Oh, nothing so much. That's what we want to find. Well, see everybody? Things are looking...
Yeah, that's why I stopped using the train, is because it moves so slowly compared to the fast travel.
Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we worship bits,
Get you something? Afraid he stepped away to his around the corner to the drinks quite a hit around. Actually, in fact, I have. Hope you don't.
Through your decisions as consumers.
What's more, we
Avail yourself of my restroom at your leisure. I'll clean up every mess.
ordinary neighbors employ. Why wait 20 years to bring a new product to market when it can be enhancing people's lives now? As a responsible member of society, we allow you to take part in public product testing, respecting your right to risk a few petty side effects as an early adopter. At Auntie's Choice, we understand that the marketplace is dynamic, efficient, and well-suited to the shifting needs of our populace.
Samples from our nutritious tobacco. Horse comestibles! Horse comestibles! We're literally sample one of our popular horse products. They're completely edible, despite any and all appearances to the contrary.
Close enough. Hey, didn't you hear me growl in a discouraging manner? The first testee ain't to be disturbed.
Oh, no, it's okay. I'm gonna, converserate a little. Just wait over there.
As you wish. Retreating to hover at a respectful distance.
Sorry, they get a mite carried away most time. Oh, that. Yeah. Wish they wouldn't say that. Ain't accustomed to fancy titles. Don't mind them. They're here to make sure nothing happens. To me, that is. On account of being a close personal friend of fellow, Auntie Cleo. It's all a bit much, to be honest. But I guess it's like Auntie always says. Anything worth doing is worth overdoing completely.
Hey, this is the guy from the Outer Worlds cartoon we saw.
She don't go by that no more. Guess I'm still not used to calling her Auntie. And anyhow, probably shouldn't just mull about here engaging in idle talk. If she saw me, she'd probably chide me for being overly friendly with...
Enough of that. You ain't idling. You're networking, expanding business opportunities.
Oh, guess I was at that, huh? Thanks. Like your arm, by the way. Mine are just boring metal.
Oh, it saves me from small talk, mostly. Ain't many folk who aren't put off by the limb and avoid me entirely, if I'm honest.
Wait, real? Hey, stay here, will you?
Staying put, but keeping alert as if our jobs and or... Bob off!
Like it's your life's work. I get it. Between the rifts...
Horse comestibles! Horse comestibles! We're literally giving them away!
There's a lot of volatility out there right now. The market...
You're here for Melquiades Alcantara. Afraid you're on my bids. Late.
But I'll have no truck with the ambition.
Investigator Yoshida, Department of Excessive Corp. Did you know the deceased? Seems like you're not the... Were you aware if you had any business rivals, any disgruntled employees? Are you asking the questions now? Saw this work the other one. If you're after the recipe, remember, taste more and feel less. Auntie Fizzo's number.
To the most bit-minded of customers, we have food and drink for every taste and meal you can imagine, plus a few more that you can't imagine, but that we can sell you recipes for. We are also the only retailers for parasite-free purple.
You know I got eyes on you, right?
Yeah, secret level. That's the one we saw.
Bob off! Live, love, laugh, purchase, and consume with Auntie's Choice.
If you're here for Melquiades Alcantara, Did you know the deceased? Were you aware if he had... Oh. If you're after the recipe, remember, taste more and feel less. Auntie Fizzo. Fizzo's number.
Match as much as all of you base rank and file. The Big Rift cut off tossball news from home. But our Arcadia-grown league is a worthy substitute. Certainly a more profitable program than the Protectorate's watered-down ripoff. Pitchball, they call it. My, how imaginative. And don't get me started on their arbitrary rule changes. Bronzing is prohibited in the Tuesday and Thursday zones? Why even have the T-zones?
Right, so how does this all work exactly? They bring you a drink, and then people just conversate? Oh, right, and I'd add that big talk is for big people who matter. So we don't talk about work matters or our day. Okay then. What other sort of stuff you want to talk about? The weather, maybe? Oh, Felicity. Felicity Carroll. Dr. Felicity Carroll, eventually. So guess she's Dr. Auntie Cleo now, technically? If that's how that works? She came to be lead scientist of research and development at Numa Experimental Station. I knew her when she was just Felicity, back in the good old days, when the company still did, you know, human testing first, instead of just letting stuff willy-nilly out to the wild like now. I was her best test subject. Guess that's why them guards call me the first testee. Hadn't occurred to me before. Auntie must have come up with it. Sure was determined. I'll tell you what. Got one of them entry science jobs at Auntie Cleo. You know, the corporation. Not the person. Was a whole different person back then, if you can believe it. Started scaling the corporate ladder right quick. Weren't too long before she left the colony completely.
Specifically founded to fight what nature inflicts, to offer higher quality.
You think? You ate food once? Maybe I can remember other important things like that. You know, this is nice. Talking like this is much better than when the other person just ambles off like they never heard you. Well, you know, I haven't talked to her for, going on 40 years or thereabouts, I think. But, you know, we were real tight when we were nubbins. When she approved my request for this role, I got a letter from her that said, dictated but not read at the end. Like she was talking right to me. Or at me, maybe. You know, you're probably right. Sometimes thought it might be good to hear from her more, but I guess she's real busy. All I know is one day, Felicity said she was up for a promotion to be Auntie. Said it was an idea that went through every generation or some such. Auntie, she told me once she needed to climb to the top no matter what, but that she was real sorry about the people she had to step on to get there, though. Huh, you know what? You might have the right of it. I never thought of it like that before. It just made me sad, because that might be all I want to talk about. The rest, I don't know, would hate to be rude. You come out with me and all. Oh, sure, we can keep on, you know, conversating. Just a bit, right? Well, what about?
But because of the system's glorious efficacy.
What? I never been good at lying. I only ever really did it once, when it mattered. Just the one time, to Felicity. She was all crying. Told me all the bad stuff she did. Needed somebody to say, so I said it. And now I wonder a lot if I am the bad person on account of that lie. So, maybe I'm not good, but I'm less bad? Less bad is pretty good, I reckon. A less bad person might not need to feel bad a lot. Well, guess I should get back. You know what? I haven't felt this springy inside since Fel and I worked the garbage pile in Argos. Like...
After all, that's what unbridled freedom's all about.
Look who's back. You. I know one. Valo Andrews, owner of the Best Choice. Wasn't too keen on our success. The only way I'd ever make it in that place is crawling through till now.
At Auntie's Choice, we strive to be 110% wholly plus artificial.
Horse comestibles! Horse comestibles! We're literally giving them away!
Artificially enhanced existence through the conspicuous consumption of unavoidable embedded chemicals with Auntie's Choice.
It's cool that they put Amos in the game and stuff like that.
Attention any and all no-getters on my payroll. It's time to recognize the downwardly mobile with my latest demotions report. Starting with Dr. Giles Rasmussen, demoted from his unnamed enclave.
What now? Have an issue with the service? She's in her office. Door to your right. Oh.
Sanitation manager,
What are you doing back here? No one's allowed. Who left that door unlocked? What if someone will be fine? And I don't know what you think you're seeing here, but ignore all this. What? All this? Furtive mixing of cocktails is simply how I relieve. It's a Raptidon bite, a unique concoction devised by Melquiades Alcantara. I procured its recipe from him before his unfortunate passing, and before you ask, yes, I have receipts for everything. No. Now that we have the recipe for this dreadful elixir, our clientele no longer think you're wearing down my Look, I see you're going to be a problem. Fine, here you time.
Might get back to me. Anxiety gnawing at your guts. Good news! Your new role as intake greeting specialist will be far less stressful. And if you haven't heard your name yet, breathe easy. That's it for this demotions report.
Tranicular, arriving.
I'll have you know my panhandling license is completely up to date.
Hey everybody, look who it is. All finished? Knew he was connected. What'd you find out?
Or inspiring stories about her career ascent. You know, that might act as encouragement to...
Huh. A rumor had it she was one of the Schuyler line, old money family, type who looked down at anybody who worked for a living. Never seemed like her. I got a whole lot of insightful observations like that, you know.
Wait, there's been more than one Auntie Cleo? Oh, explains a lot, now that I think about it. Like how she ain't a few hundred years old. Huh.
That everything?
Whenever I see that moon man's grinning face, I want to cleave it in twain. Auntie's choice, darling!
Can't even imagine.
You could... Those diverges greatly from event...
Let's right here. There's a full belittling, one might say. Nah, they got...
I still...
Uh-huh. Like dope, baby.
Kind of just skipping through this stuff because, you know, trying to get to the last little bit.
Tranicular, arriving any moment now. Always remember, commercialism is
pop guns to self-propelled cannons,
high up exercise. You need to be a good set of
Or someone succeeds in ventilating.
glorious efficacy, while the protectorates decide what its subjects get.
Wonderful. More of it.
Welcome to. Please do not talk. I know what we hope.
Yeah.
Come to jeer at a fallen old rival like all the rest. Swear I heard from everybody else in this rickety. Been not expecting much, but go ahead. Try your worst. Let's hear it. Well, what you don't know, I mean, got anything else? You implying I'm suffering from anyhow you done yet? Or you got wait, you. So, alright, I give up. What do you... By that measure, everyone outside Auntie's choice would... Look, I appreciate the attention and all, but does any of this benefit me? Appreciate the directness. A simple transaction. None of this self-determinism. Name's Himanshu Tegulapalli, regional brand manager for Tau Ceti, Spacer's Choice. Auntie has it in for all of us former reps. But me, in particular, been humiliating Spacer's Choice every chance she gets. You seen those display images mocking the Moon Man, dressed up like a baby? Petty stuff. being completely one-sided. Till now. You bet. I want my turn. Figured I earned it. I taped a particularly scathing diatribe earlier. Patch it into the PA system. Let me have my say. The PA system, the audio cartridge is in it. What? I should mention, while you're on this ship, Auntie's Choice has a few products what might improve your odor, looks, and breath. Sorry. Couldn't help myself.
Bronzing is prohibited in the Tuesday and Thursday zones. Why even have the zones then?
Well, what is it? Well, you'd probably pay me to remotely unlock it. And or, a pleasure.
Sounds like red ink to Auntie. Our toss teams play for keeps. I witnessed no fewer than 6 dramas in the last Tronicular, arriving any moment now. Took what nature heedlessly assembled and bestly rebellious through artificial means. At Auntie's Choice, we strive to be 10% holy.
Attention all employees of this poor excuse for corporate blundership. This ill-conceived, off-brand... on an... Attention all employees of this poor excuse for corporate blundership. This ill-conceived, off-brand take on...
From pop guns to self-propelled cannons, I have whatever side weaponry you need to make all
good set of armor before someone succeeds in inventing it.
People's heads, yes. Our workers were beaten down by a rigged system and lack of mobility, but no hope. False hope, right? I swear, everybody in this company thinks they're going to be somebody someday. It ain't gonna happen. Anti-Creo's marketing you a bunch of...
Nice work. A sterling performance. By both of us. I've been waiting to give everybody here a piece of my mind. You've heard about the Spacer's Choice and Anti-Cleo merger, I'm sure. But things when Auntie was attempting a hostile takeover. But we outplayed her, voted her and her execs out. And we shipped Auntie and all her diehard followers out to Tau Ceti as an example. After Earth went dark, Auntie was technically the senior ranking executive in Tau Ceti. And she used that to take over the colony. But everything she's been doing since has been quasi-legal at best, including her being CEO of Auntie's Choice. With Earth being dark, no one has proof to call her on it. This little ruse of hers will collapse and she'll be exposed for every corporation to see. Then, law willing, she'll be executed for treason against it. If I were Auntie, and thankfully I'm not, I'd say she's betting if she takes over Arcadia, she can prevent all that from happening. Success here leading to success there and such. What I had to say was more important. People here needed to hear how bad they've been bamboozled. The rest is going to come out eventually anyway. After that, we can all go. No thanks. One Spacer's Choice is back.
Tronicular, arriving.
I done fall off the corporate ladder.
Any update on the man in the Moon Man mask? Wait! What? What? Wait, what? Says here, unfinished business leaves one undone.
I was, but now your lack of certitude has got me starting to worry. Sounds like a...
Weird.
You sounded just like an upper middle manager right then, Twombly. Good job.
Alright, I believe that is it. Boom. Alright. Time to finish up. Head to the last area of the game.
It appears Horizon Point Station is still in the process of being reconstituted. The rift itself is also more unstable than ever. As a result, landing closer to the location of the Protectorate's large-scale rift anomaly modulator is not possible. In order to modify it with the rift data you processed in the archive, you will need to travel to its location on foot and seize it from Protectorate control. The energy readings from the modulator can be traced to the Sovereign's flagship, Providence, hovering on hypothesizing. Given Protectorate hierarchy and the recent announcement about the Sovereign's mental refreshment, this is likely the Consul's doing.
But to what end is he working here? The Consul I once knew would never act so recklessly.
The Consul's motives are unknown. While destruction may be the result, warning. The rift is growing dangerously unstable. Using the rift modulator on board the Providence is the only way to prevent certain destruction. While the Order and Auntie's Choice have sent their forces to assist you in intercepting the modulator, it will take time for them to. It seems Agent DeVries is also here, Commander. She sent word that she, quote, knew you wouldn't be able to stay away either, and is.
Well, she better not get in our way, or we may just have to seriously reconsider your decision to let her live, Commander.
Once the modulator is secured, it may be used to close the rift and save Arcadia and all those. There is minimal room for error, Commander. Good luck.
Alright, let's fucking go.
What in the interminable void are we looking at here? Everything that's been reconstituted appears maladjusted, imperfect, defective. Yes, that's definitely the Sovereign's ship.
Investigating hostile intentions. Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Unfriendly nearby. Weapon ready, Commander. I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Isn't always subtle with its warnings, is it now? Gives you shivers, don't it? This poor boy. Someone put him back together all wrong.
the lives and deaths of millions weren't in the balance. This would make a fine agility course. But the rift modulator ought to make our path clearer.
Attention! This is your Auntie calling. Per our agreement, Auntie's choice support ships, including the fine print, the contingency plan, and the upper hand, are headed your way. Order forces are on a similar trajectory.
You persuaded the leaders of two warring groups to help us here today. Wasn't sure that'd work.
Keep forgetting to switch my gadget back.
Activating energy transmitter. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Go for torpification. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Medics and pharmaceutical provisions incoming. And we're right behind them with a delivery of Auntie's Choice finest supplies. Soon you'll say, that is better than nature.
Sharps and stuff, but I'm gonna spend my entire time searching every nook and cranny of all the final area. Not like I'll get to use it.
Forward! Forward! Destroy these abominations! Adjusting calculations. Hold fire on our allies.
Attack. That and scan. Enemy intercepted. Enemy adversary vulnerabilities identified. Transmitter down over here.
Exposure. Undermining.
Alright. I'm low to autosave. Accidentally attacked a bunch of my own guys. Didn't realize they're all down there.
Ratcheting up my aggression.
The system abides!
Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Energy transmitter active. Combatant scan. Activating energon weapon.
Medics and pharmaceutical provisions incoming. And we're right behind them with a delivery of Auntie's Choice finest supplies.
Forward! Forward! Destroy these abominations! Adjusting calculations. Hold fire on our allies.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Replicator at ready status. Check your scope for combatant analysis.
N-ray. Exposure. Undermining.
Investigating hostile intent. Standing by to stupefy. I have a fix on their weaknesses.
I weep for the bullets I must expend on these fools.
N-ray. Exposure. Undermining. Functioning.
Supplies and medical attention are available
my
to you,
research, I've
Commander,
never
please.
observed it.
I think I have to go way back to where my fucking last save was.
is Augustine DeVries, formerly of the Earth Directorate. Consider this a recording for posterity. The Consul of the Protectorate is responsible for the twisted wreckage of this station. It is my hope that whatever you find here will save the rest of the galaxy from this fate. Know that I did my level best to stop him. But if you are listening, it is likely I have failed in my mission. Yet again. For that, I am sorry.
Seriously though, what the fuck am I mixing here? I don't see any progress. Bro, what the fuck? Fucking look it up. Okay. Apparently there's a fucking glitch where it won't mark everything as stuff, even though you have it.
She don't sound like one of the Rift Touch troopers outside. Something ain't right.
Get away from me. See them? They were my teammates and they didn't listen neither. You'll end up just the same.
Agent Pascal, calm yourself. You are not in your right mind.
Don't you talk to me like you know me. Wait. Commander? Is that you? No. No, this must be some kind of trick. Oh, what's happening to me? My skin, it's burning. I feel dizzy. Not right at all. Something was wrong with Sandoval and Jepson. They glowed like they were aflame. They ran in, jumped at me, clawed at me. Look.
Then they weren't too dissimilar from the troopers we encountered outside.
How do I know you won't turn against me as well? How do I know you won't come at me with murder in your eyes?
I swear, by the grand plan and all things numerological, what the command...
You do seem like yourself, Commander. Everything was fine. Till the explosion. I was pinned. Fire closed in. I tried to move. I tried to find the rookie. Then the whole station shook and tore apart. And then... nothing.
That explains it. She was left alive, just long enough for the rift to take her. That's why the reconstitution worked on her. To some extent.
Wait. There was something else. Sandoval was yelling. Don't tell me the situation got too fluid for you.
Certainly not. I was focused on the objective, as every one of your crew should have been. Isn't that...
Yeah. Something tells me that ain't quite true. Make it out. You retreated without me? Abandoned me? Ain't debating semantics. But seems we both came up... Well, I ain't wanting anyone to die on my account. But I still don't know why I'm here. Now. Something's wrong, and I can't...
The Protectorate are attempting to reconstitute the station to how it was moments before destruction. That includes you.
So I've come back from death to some... what? Some warped version of life? You can help me though. Right, Commander? You can do something to fix this. Boy, this is it, ain't it? I'll never see the sun again. Never fly in our ship. That's good. Suppose I can take some comfort, you know? The sky ain't looking quite so terrifying now. Since I know you'll put it right, think I'll watch it for a while. Yeah. Last show I'll ever watch.
Pascal? Helen? I can stay with you for a moment.
Yeah. All right. I ain't turning goodbye then, Commander.
It's all right. This will be over soon. I swear it.
You're the one who forged an alliance between Auntie's Choice and the Order, ain't you?
For your support.
You with Auntie?
Hold clear.
We brought supplies.
You may approach,
We're here to
Commander.
help.
We've got supplies at the ready. Are you in need of it? We are most grateful for your role.
Initial observations conclude that the subject does not possess major ailments. Just as any treatments or very well. Initial observations conclude that the subject does not possess major ailments.
Greetings! I say usually, no catch. It's all, oh, tell me, do you feel as terrible as you look?
Initial observations conclude that the subject does not possess major ailments. Ship doesn't look at all intimidating up close. Though, I got my questions about that rover they're sending down.
Proceeding to attack. Hostile ahead. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Titan scan. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
No! Whoops. I thought that was the way, and it was a fucking ledge. Oh god. Oh, it'd be great if this fucking game saved more often.
You're the one who forged an alliance between Auntie's Choice and the Order, ain't you? We got supplies and medical support for you.
All clear.
They don't look.
You may approach, Commander. We've got supplies. Are you? We are most grateful.
Initial observations conclude that the subject is suffering from multiple ailments.
The Sovereign's ship up close. I believe we can safely assume he's not on it, or on that rover approaching the skip lab.
Invasive elements!
Activating energy transmitter. Combatant scan. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Hastening to cover.
Check your scopes for. I have a fix up. Those reconstituted mechs still function. How inconvenient. Resorting to violence.
Feast of my bodies!
Offensive nearby. Torpificator is charged. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. I'll handle this. Combatant scan.
fucking
scientist.
Oh my fucking. Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna fucking reload.
Idlers and freeloaders!
Oh my god. I fucking have to do this fight again.
Enemy in vicinity. Proceeding to attack. Check your scope. That's an analysis.
Unseemly.
Mobilizing. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Craft is ready, and frankly, didn't...
Just get past this shit.
Well, despite the low... Don't look at me. Numbers ain't in my purview.
Misunderstood. Hostilities are afoot. Energy transmitter active.
This is very curious.
Some of the science eludes me, but this equation, although incomplete, clearly has to do with the rift in the other room. What do you think, Commander?
Alright, well, fucking save, I guess.
Vital.
Oh my god.
Vital.
Is this the way I came in?
This isn't congruent with our observations in the laboratory. Our projections are off by orders of magnitude. Solve her and save us. Montserrat's hypothesis.
Resorting to violence. I have a fix on their weakness. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
That's tingling. All charged up.
All we need to do next is infiltrate the Sovereign's ship, stop the console, and obtain the rift modulator. So, typical day on the job from here.
What? No welcoming committee? Huh. Should be simple unsealing the hangar, at least.
Attention, crew deck. Intruder alert. Be vigilant.
Stop the shot. Combat.
Contact established.
Target analyzed. Lay down. Unfriendly nearby. Check your scope for combatant analysis. Energy transmitter active. Combatant scan.
If you must, please make a request. If you are not in case of enemy attack,
Ratcheting up my apprentice.
Morally great contractor. Join me. We have important business to discuss. Come, quickly now. Better get a move on before this ramshackle sprattle of a station falls apart. Hustle up to the science wing. Get the rift modulator. I'll talk at you later.
We could do this the hard way or the smart way. Either works for me. Proceeding to attack. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Combatant scan.
Narrowing sensor range. Focusing.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. I'll handle this.
Seeking to.
I have a fix. We either find access credentials or stick to the shadows then. Both options are certainly more efficient than raucous hostilities. Now to find the rift modulator. I estimate there's a 73.47%.
Did you not hear the intruder alert from the crew deck? You'd best present a very convincing reason for your presence, lest I order our automechs to smear you across the floor. Oh, if there's a maintenance issue, it's Montserrat asserts.
Authorized visitor aboard. Do not be alarmed.
business. Or do not.
Begs for correction.
Unit has been functioning for 396 uninterrupted hours. Unit
Reckon it was foolish to think we could stuff the modulator into a satchel. Ought to see what we can learn about it in the meantime.
Accessing report. Rift restoration analysis. Compiled by Esteemed Council. After much analysis, my conclusion is that the modulator we have worked tirelessly to build will not function as intended when every test of reconstitution has resulted in demonstrable failure. Proceeding as we are now with Horizon Point Station will surely lead. The modulator is only effective at closing rifts from unsafe distances. Using it to close exacerbated rifts will certainly lead to the destruction, unfortunately, the data that we originally had hoped for. From the ancient rifts detected in the far reaches of space, untouched by humanity, has not yielded any end. We are now out of time. All of our recent readings suggest that we're on the verge of losing control of this rift. I recommend diverting from our current plan. Before, I've included extensive notes and annotations appended to the modulator schematics to substantiate these conclusions. I know you will guide us wisely, my dear Consul.
We've an intruder!
Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Got me asking questions. If they found rifts in deep space, where humanity supposedly ain't been, how did they form? It don't add up. But we got no time to ponder it just yet. We're at the module. All that's left. Deal with the console and shutter that rift for good.
Look at you, here before me. Surprised you could outrun these new legs of mine. They're what everyone's going to be wearing next fall. Well, I'm here now. Where's the rift modulator? So Consul Thoreau has everything directly under his control. I'd say that's remarkably competent for the Protectorate, but he is the one who's been pulling their strings all along. Did you find anything else of note? Wait, what? But rifts are caused by skip drive travel. Human-piloted skip drive travel. How is that possible? You're the one in the dark. I'm simply musing aloud. Much as I'm intrigued by the significance of all this, there's no time to dwell on it now. We need to confront the Consul. You might be savvy enough to talk him down, but his type requires a deft touch. You'll need to break him down brick by brick. If you're too adversarial, he'll simply shut down. Certainly. The doubt you cultivate up front will make him more susceptible to what... And in case you aren't quite as sharp as you appear, be ready to fight.
I bet I can...
The more we debate, the more time we squander. We must resupply and shore up whatever defenses we have. And if you've something to say to any of us, Commander, I suggest you say it while you have the...
Hope the Consul, but just once we make it out of here, I'm gonna buy you the biggest tankard of zero...
We'll succeed in our mission, Commander.
Don't go getting all...
Seems like our mission before we finish this. It may...
Alright, save again.
Redactor Esmond. Very punctual, good. Don't take a seat, this will be quick. My sentinels tell me you have some interesting ideas. Oh, easy, no need to break into a sweat. Interesting ideas can be useful in the right hands. Especially now that our partnership with the Order has become fraught. We may need our own version of their pacifying doctrine.
Oh, so I do have a germ of an idea. A less grand version of the grand plan. Instead of atoms and particles and such, it's made up of us. All doing our part, like cogs in a machine.
Interesting. A system where every subject believes they have a role to play. Enthusiastic obedience. Why, the Sovereign and I were thinking of this very thing. What should we call it?
Well, I'm not sure. It's still just a germ of a concept, of a hint of an idea, you see. It's a whole new way of thinking. A new model of society. Quite the paradigm shift.
Paradigm. Very good, Esmond. Say, you look frazzled. Troubled by your own thoughts. Why don't you report to mental refreshment? My staff will personally see to your well-being.
Never would I ever have believed Auntie Cleo herself would walk through that door. But I haven't time to linger in the novelty. Sentinels, if you would.
Do I appear like someone afraid of a few guns? Give it up, Emery. You've lost this war. Have some dignity. You're coming off desperate.
On the contrary, this desperate action is what will save all of Arcadia and rid it forever of trespassers like you. Do not place his decision at my feet. I know it's difficult for the likes of you to fathom the concept of self-sacrifice, but he chose mental refreshment for the good of us all. And what am I to do but carry on his legacy? What am I to do but achieve what he could not? Such bravado is unbecoming when you can't make good on your promises, Commander. Tell me, did you manage to stop us from bringing your peace talks to a swift end? As I recall, Greater Tranquility was reduced to little more than mangled ruins in a single moment.
You used the peace talks as a test run for this.
It was a modest success. I had hoped it'd hobble Auntie's choice in the Order once and for all, but it has proven to be a valuable lesson in patience. I was able to buy the time to enact the very plan before you. Though, judging from that vacant expression on your face, it would appear you've no idea what I intend. Very well. Once the rift destroys Arcadia, we shall edit the information stored within it and use the modulator to reshape our colony into its perfect form. Horizon Point's destruction all those years ago was a tragedy, yes, but without it, we might never have opened our eyes to our true purpose. And the possibility of Arcadia's rebirth. When the Matriarch discovered the first skip drive, she set us on a course to elevate humanity. We're now writing our path, and I will do my part as the Architect intended. Intrepid, aren't you? Well, what's relevant is what came after. Our Matriarch dissected this skip drive technology, learned its secrets, and enabled us to produce them en masse, which eventually led to the manifestation of rifts. But it was not until well after Horizon Point's untimely end that we understood the opportunity gifted us. The opportunity to reconstruct the colony in its perfect form. It is as the Grand Architect designed. And believe you me, I've no intention of letting you thwart our securing of a better future. One free of doubt and greed. It's your time that's running out, not mine. So go on, tell me all the ways I'm wrong. Better yet, tell the whole room how His Eminence, the Sovereign, was wrong. This was originally his plan, after all. I am merely a partner, seeing it carried out.
Do not presume to tell me what is or isn't the truth. I was advisor to the original Sovereign. I know the mind of a true leader. This is the path Henry should have taken.
Yes, of course we argued over methodology. Henry was always too stubborn, too focused on the past to understand the opportunity before him. I regret that he had to make such a difficult choice. That one of the Matriarch's heirs is not guiding us. But he needed to look beyond himself. Like I am doing now. You just come and go as you please, do you? I ensured he would have a handler by his side if any assistance was needed. And I understand that it is, which is regrettable. But fulfilling the Architect's plan is worth the cost. Henry would agree. The people would agree. So you say. But you've yet to deliver any compelling evidence.
I doubt you've had anyone capable checking your calculations. You don't strike me as particularly thorough, or much of a heavy thinker.
I am the chosen shepherd of Arcadia and will not be spoken to like this. I am only doing what I must to restore this colony to what our matriarch envisioned. Free of war, strife, heresy. You must know that you have little chance of swaying me. I will not be distracted from taking what is owed to us. I will not be lectured by an outsider. It's just like the Earth Directorate, or any other interloper, to claim to better know the customs of those they invade. Certainly if you had your way, you would claim Arcadia as yours, and rewrite history to suit your own aims. No, Reuben would not have gone against her. He was a stalwart protector of Arcadia to the end. We could all see his devotion. If he even attempted to bastardize the Protectorate cause, then we will have undone all of the Matriarch's work.
She said as much in her correspondence with the First Bishop, that the Arcadian experiment would only prevail so long as hubris was staved off. I have the record, if you wish to see it.
The Matriarch hid her feelings well. Such correspondence had been lost to us, I thought. And now it appears we have fallen prey to the very thing she warned of. But surely it cannot be possible that I've gotten this wrong. All your so-called arguments are pure hearsay. You came here claiming so boldly that I would fail, but you have yet to provide any proof. So where is it? What do you have? Bah, a report. The abstract means little when compared to reality. Look outside. Is it failing now? That's not true. Despite how things appear at present, with time, this station, all of Arcadia, and all of its people will be made whole. So they will remain as shells upon reconstitution. Is that what you're saying? This would explain the anomalies we've encountered of late. I don't understand. Surely every step leading to this moment was in accordance to the grand plan. All the pieces fit. Either someone has made a terrible mistake, or this is merely a conspiracy to mislead us.
And leave the traitors and invaders alive? No! Death is the only way forward. We can only be made pure from the ashes, despite whatever supposed proof you have to the contrary. Claim? If you cannot see the truth of my devotion written plain, then now I see why you are against me so. But you are wrong about the risk. We are losing this war. It is inevitable. The victors will brutally subdue us until we become corrupted. Until we forget our principles, our history, the very core of who we are. It is better that we perish together as proud protectorate, proud Arcadians. Preserving our purity is a mercy. More than that, is it not love? Do you think I found pleasure from the pain I've wrought? No! I've only done what I must. A child, a society, cannot grow into its potential without firm correction. I would die to see that the Protectorate's legacy would not be tarnished. Just as I would die for its promise to be fulfilled, and its subjects to live in peace. As are you.
Hostilities are afoot.
Arcadia from the inside.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Energy transmitter deployed for battlefield recharging. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Standing by to stupefy. Investigating hostile intentions.
seems all my considerable efforts here have been ill spent. Total rift destabilization is imminent. Our last resort is our only resort now. We need to fly the rift modulator in.
That was a rather substantial hole in my predictions. These rifts have presented an excessive supply of incalculable variables.
Oh, brighten up, everyone. Not all of us need go, but someone present will need to take one for the team. Oh, what's the point of living if you can't allow yourself the occasional moment of theatrics? The Order and I will use the schematics and the processed rift data to mass-produce modulators that are usable at a distance. These pesky rifts will soon no longer plague the colonies. If you're looking for a sap to fly that rickety rig, don't look at me. I intend to abscond back to my ship with those wonderful little schematics. I have plans for those plans. Not bad. But there's no one else in the galaxy who can do what I do. All the previous holders of my role were figureheads of the board. I am uniquely skilled. You'll need to find someone else, I'm afraid. Now, hand over those schematics and make it snap.
That's some grim foreshadowing.
Well, now, I suppose this is goodbye, isn't it? I should say how I appreciate you helping me gain control of Arcadia. To promise you it will be up and avoid tearing up about how this all felt.
Typical. Us being left holding the bag.
No need to belabor this. I will fly the ship. Back on Greater Tranquility, you wish to give me a chance to atone for my mistakes. I'd say that opportunity has come.
Reckon I'll join you.
I know I ain't got much in the way of convincing you otherwise. But Marisol, with her, let her seek expiation on her own. You needn't do this.
Magnanimous. But it's not for my legacy.
Now go on and get everyone out of here, before you obviate my jet.
Augustine de Vries chose to die to atone for her actions. And yet, even that hope faded in her final moments, as she realized nothing would make up for what she had done. But at least she'd not have to live with her guilt any longer. Marisol joined in the sacrifice. She had come to care for the members of her team. Ensuring the success of this final mission was the most efficient way to protect them. Thanks to the commander's quick thinking in sparing it from the Vox station's fiery crash, Paradise Island's Fairfield remained a profitable company town for Auntie's Choice. For his outside-the-box thinking and innovative propaganda techniques, D.B. Milverstreet was promoted, while rival Officer Carr seethed at her lack of upward mobility, or even bronze-tier executive benefits. Vigilant Hogarth, now acclimated to Fairfield, leaned on the protectorate ideals of neighborliness, while overlooking all the authoritarian tactics, so he might help the Order to succeed with the equation. Auntie's Choice assumed control over the day-to-day workings of Matriarch's Mercy, the better to monitor their new colleagues in the Order. The monastery, however, returned to normal operation, tracking the clockwork of the grand plan. The monastery's abbot became a scapegoat for recent tragic events, having not detected Wiley's dastardly schemes. His superiors demoted him, mainly to show their corporatist allies that academics could keep their people in line too. Seer Wiley fled the Order and sought refuge in a backwater Arcadian town to contemplate his failings. As word of the ex-seer's arrival spread, People lined up for predictions. Forsaking the math that failed him, he offered obvious yet effective advice instead. After defending Fort Endurance against a fierce Mantisaur attack, Executive Warchek was awarded a commendation for profit-securing stalwartness, as well as promotion to regional manager. He eventually passed peacefully in his sleep at the scientifically astounding age of 6. Val continued to serve the commander of the Incognito faithfully for many more years than should be possible, giving automechs like her everywhere a reputation as stable and reliable. As a result, more Valkyrie units were put into service, while fewer human agents were deployed into the field. Inez's convincing appeals to the press earned her clout in reforming Auntie's Choice's cruel grafting program. Yet it was a constant struggle, rife with red tape and pushback from program executives. This was Inez's new battle, one she would fight for the rest of her life. Utilizing what he learned alongside the commander, Tristan attempted to reform Protectorate society from within. But with no authority figure to lead its subjects, the Protectorate was a shell of its former self. Marisol sacrificed herself to save Arcadia. And while many found it unbelievable that a once legendary assassin would make such a selfless choice, her crewmates on the Incognito understood completely. After Azza disbanded the Glorious Dawn, its members quietly tried to resume lives forever disrupted by the Arcadian conflict. As the cult's murderous legacy faded, average colonist life expectancy increased by 0.23%. With the modulator schematics shared as joint intellectual property, Auntie's Choice and the Order's partnership remained steady, despite the need for constant compromise. For a time, the Arcadia colony thrived. Auntie Cleo went through the motions of accommodating the Order, yet privately aspired to keep free trade anything but free. She began a new initiative. Any corporation or government that refused her trade conditions was promptly dealt with, either via takeover or strategic use of rifts. Auntie made her first public appearance in years, inspiring a fashion trend in bubble helmets. In no time at all, she won more public support than Ruth, which she sought to use as leverage when the time was right. Adrift without firm leadership, Protectorate subjects struggled with post-war life. A small band of hardliners collaborated to preserve their society in the face of Arcadia's new leadership. Despite the recent tumultuous events in Arcadia, it was business as usual for Free Market Station. Sub Rosa continued to supply the colony in the wake of the commander's actions. The release of the skip drive schematics to the public domain resulted in new and exciting opportunities for independent manufacturers. However, unchecked use of the drives would ultimately lead to an even greater proliferation of rifts, once again imperiling the galaxy. Fortunately, the Order stepped in. Leveraging their partnership with Auntie's Choice, the Order sold rift modulators to all skip drive manufacturers for a modest price, thus preventing another outbreak of rifts, while Auntie's Choice made a tidy profit. The rift compromise between the Order and Auntie's Choice led to prioritized assistance for the colonies that agreed to favorable trading terms. The so-called Auntie's Loyalty Program tripled the corporation's net worth. Meanwhile, the Order was able to sermonize their version of scientism alongside Auntie's marketing and PR onslaught, at least to colonies in Auntie's Loyalty Program. Many outside died because their rifts weren't closed in time. All of these events turned on the decisive actions of the Earth Directorate agent and their unique way of navigating Arcadia, its disparate factions, social complexities, ubiquitous product placement, an arsenal of absurdly satisfying weaponry. But through it all, and to this day, Earth has remained inexplicably dark.
Yep.
Congrats on reaching the ending. Well, an ending. Plenty more where that came from. How about another go? Additional playthroughs don't cost nothing. Yet.